'cause it's been 3 years and 6 whole months since I saw your face that night. It took 5 seconds to fall in love and 2 more to make you mine. Now it's 4 in the morning, sun setting, 7 minutes with you and it's heaven. Ain't an hour that rolls by. I love you 24/7, 365.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know me, I'm Uyen, and currently I'm a third year student majored in English Linguistics at Saigon University. And it's been a while since my last vlog about the trip to the southwest of Vietnam. And now I have come back with a new vlog about the second field trip to the central of Vietnam. So it's gonna be longer, much more destinations, and definitely more fun. So if you are curious about that, keep up and I will tell you about it. From Saigon University, we headed to Nha Trang City with over 400 kilometers. It was such a long trip so that we didn't do any special things. We just stopped for breakfast and lunch. In the afternoon, after we got to Nha Trang City, we went to our beautiful hotel. We took a break and then we participated in team building. And when you're in Nha Trang, you have to try their typical dish, which is chả cá or fish cake. Cô cho con hỏi là quán mình mở được bao lâu rồi ạ?
Quán bún này mở lâu rồi con à.
Mở lâu rồi. Là mình
mở cửa từ mấy giờ?
Vô là 2 giờ chiều đến 9 giờ đêm.
Ngày lượng khách đến ăn quán của mình nhiều không cô?
Khách ăn bình thường.
Mà mình chủ yếu là dân địa phương hay là khách du lịch cô?
Phương có.
Địa phương có.
Du lịch có.
Du lịch có luôn.
Du lịch là hè Tết thôi.
À, vậy thì mùa cao điểm của mình là từ tháng mấy đến tháng mấy cô?
Thì hè bắt đầu là tháng hè.
Tháng hè.
Tháng 6 trở lên.
Tháng 6. Good morning everyone. So this is the second day of our trip and thank God the weather today is so nice. So this morning we will spend time in Hòn Chồng of Khánh Hòa province. Hòn Chồng promontory comprises 2 clusters of rocks. One is called Hòn Chồng, meaning husband in Vietnamese, and the other is Hòn Vợ, meaning wife in Vietnamese. Hòn Chồng cluster is the larger one, with a hand imprint on a boulder, and there are many myths about this one. According to a folk tale that has been passed down for generations, when a giant man was fishing there, suddenly a gigantic fish struck at bait and then trying to pull him away. While trying to cling to the rocks in order to pull himself back, his hand left a deep imprint that we can see today. Another folktale told that a long time ago, when a giant came to this place to enjoy sightseeing, he encountered a group of fairies bathing, and because of watching them mesmerizingly, he slipped so unexpectedly that he only could hold the ridge slightly and make it collapse, leaving an image of a neat hand on a big stone. On the way leading to Hòn Chồng promontory, you will come across a very unique Hue traditional room house. That is a structure with beams and pillars enforced by timber and bamboo connectors, without the use of any iron nails. Inside the house, there are many relics and photos of Hòn Chồng promontory and other attractions in Nha Trang. It also displays many Vietnamese traditional musical instruments like zither, Vietnamese two-chord fiddle, lithophone, and you can name it. So this is a small performance, so I hope you will enjoy it. In the afternoon, we left Khánh Hòa and went to Vietnam province to visit one of the most attractive destinations there, which is El Cliff. It is situated between 2 mountains, so the winds always blow into the beach stronger than any other places. Coming to hellooo, you will always feel cool and windy, and you will definitely feel overwhelmed by its beauty of blue sea, mossy rocks, and fresh air. One of the biggest attractions in Da Nang is Marble Mountains. They were originally named after the five elements: kim, metal, thủy, water, mộc, wood, hỏa, fire, and thổ, earth. Many people thought that there are 5 mountains, but actually there are 6 in total, because Hỏa Sơn consists of the 2 mountains that are linked together by a stone pass, namely Dương Hỏa Sơn and Âm Hỏa Sơn. To go up there, you can use the elevator, but I recommend using the stairs. It's not too challenging, and it also offers you some interesting views on the way. Huyền Không Grotto is the largest in the Marble Mountains. The entrance gate has a narrow area, deep steps, and there are a statue of Mr. Evil and Mr. Good along the way, which is a reminder that when people come to the Buddha's door, they often take off or run toss. There are 4 temples in the Huyền Không Grotto. Below the Shakyamuni Buddha, which is situated on the opposite side of the entrance, is the Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva. On the left side, there is a temple for worship of Ngọc Phi goddess, who owns the Marble Mountains in the local belief. She manages and makes decisions for everything. That is the reason why her shrine is bigger than the others. Next to her temple is Lôi Phi's temple, which is her younger sister. Locals usually come to pray for good health, favorable career, high security, and children. On the right side is Trang the temple built in 1825. Besides, many years ago, during the American War, the Vietnamese army base used this grotto as a secret hidden place to plan strategies, train soldiers, and treat injured soldiers. Near Huyền Không Grotto is Tam Thai Pagoda. It is the oldest pagoda in Da Nang, with a history of nearly 400 years. In the morning, we had the opportunity to visit and participate in talks with Royal Lotus Hotel. In here, we were lucky to hear the director sharing about hotel operations, as well as answer all our questions about hotel and service industry. I have to say that this was a very great chance for us to gain more practical experience in hotel industry and also expand our knowledge beyond going to study at university. Hội An is our next destination in the afternoon. Talking about it, Hội An ancient town is famous for the beauty of traditional architecture, the harmony of houses, walls, and roads. About the name, in the past, Hội An was called Fivefold by Europeans, which means a trading town or port. However, this is not an official name. It is only used to refer to Europeans who travel to this area to trade and conduct business. In fact, Hoài Phố was Hội An's original name. Hội An ancient town used to be a very vibrant trading center, attracting merchants from China, Japan, Korea, and European countries. This is also the period when Hội An's culture and architecture flourished, creating beautiful and unique ancient houses, blending many cultural features from different countries. However, after the Thu Bồn River sealed up and became a backwater, Hội An Port was no longer suitable for ships. The city lost its status and was forgotten for many centuries. Thanks to this, Hội An being able to preserve many precious cultural and architectural heritages, leading to Hội An being recognized as a World Cultural Heritage since 1999 by UNESCO. Since you're here, you have to visit the symbol of Hội An ancient town, which is Chuột Cầu or Bridge Pagoda. Unfortunately, when we came here, it was under restoration, so we couldn't see it. The bridge was constructed by the Japanese trading community in the past to exchange and do commercial trading with Chinese area on the other side of the river. When you go inside the bridge, you will see a pagoda. Looks like a temple of Bắc Đế Trấn Vũ. People believe that this is the god of happiness, wealth, and health. Next, we went to Cantonese Assembly Hall. It was constructed in 1885, which would make it over 130 years old today. However, most of what you see today is the result of a reconstruction project that took place in 1964 after a serious flooding. Initially, the Cantonese Assembly Hall was dedicated to the god of the sea, Thiên Hậu. However, after 1911, this place changed to worship Quan Công or Quan Yu. The layout of the hall includes the front hall and the main hall. Once you enter the front hall, what's going to grab your eye right away is the beautiful ceramic dragon fountain in the middle of the courtyard. Lots of people take it wrong that Quan Công is the god of wealth because his image is often placed within business, but this is simply because he's known for his honesty and loyalty, which is a way that business tell people that they are trustworthy. Actually, he's a guardian god that helps protect people from harm and misfortune. Then we went to Đức An Ancient House. It is one of the few houses that still preserves its unique architecture and welcomes visitors to come and visit every day. Đức An Ancient House has a combination of ancient Vietnamese architecture and Chinese style, with a length of 39 meters and a width of up to 7 meters. It has a tubular structure and a courtyard in the middle. A special thing in the structure is that the house is built mostly of wood, which is kin kin. That is the special ornamental wood only found in the land of Quảng Nam province. With that type of wood, the house is able to withstand the hot and humid weather of the sunny and windy central Vietnam. Especially, this house was built without using any nails. It means that the house can be dismantled and brought to new place. And also, during the Vietnam War, this house used to be a meeting place for soldiers and Vietnamese patriotic youth. For me, the best and the most beautiful time of Hội An Ancient Town is the moment when the night falls into the old town. The sunset in Hội An is magically beautiful, as gorgeous as a picture. It brings people to the feelings of nostalgia, appreciation, and recovery. And with the lights of the colorful lanterns throughout the neighborhood, it will be the Hội An moment that you will remember forever in your life. And let's go with me to see how a tourist think about Hội An in Vietnam. How do you feel about Hội An right now?
I am absolutely in love. It's like my first day here, and so I am in love with this city. It's so beautiful.
You think it's like quite busy over here? Like there are many tourists over here?
Yeah, it's too many tourists, but I'm from Brazil, and my city is really big, and with a lot of people. This is not a lot of people. Yeah.
So what do you like most about Vietnam so far? Like the people, the landscape?
Yeah, I love like the views. Yeah, the views I think is really beautiful, and the people, and of course the food.
Nha Trang Oceanographic Institute is located in the coastal city of Nha Trang. It is considered the scientific lungs of the Southeast Asian Sea, with a mission to research, conserve, and educate about the marine ecosystems. The Oceanographic Institute has played a significant role in the exploration, understanding, and protection of the rich and diverse marine environment. Nha Trang Oceanographic Institute has a long history and has made significant contributions to marine conservation and research. It was established in 1922 and has since undergone various stages of development and upgrades. Initially, the museum was founded with the purpose of researching and collecting marine species. Today, it has evolved into a leading research and conservation institute for marine ecosystem, playing a vital role in education and raising awareness about the importance of the ocean. The institute houses over 24,000 marine species, with many samples preserved for several decades. It also maintains a diverse collection of live marine organisms, allowing tourists to observe and learn about marine life in the waters of Vietnam. Over its 90-year existence, the Institute has built a diverse collection with thousands of valuable specimens and artifacts of marine organisms. The museum not only showcases these specimens, but also provides educational programs, guidance, and interactive activities to offer visitors a better understanding of marine ecosystem and the challenges they face. Bảo Đại King Palace was the living place of King Bảo Đại, the last king of the Nguyen dynasty, the last monarchy of Vietnam. Although he had residences in many different provinces, he had the most in Đà Lạt, including Palace 1, 2, and 3. In 1940, a French millionaire named Robert built Palace 1. The palace has a total area of about 60 hectares and became one of the most massive works at that time. In 1949, King Bảo Đại father-in-law contributed money for the king to buy back this mansion. From 1949 to 1955, this place was the headquarters of King Bảo Đại as the head of state. From 1956, this place was used exclusively for Ngô Đình Diệm, President of the Republic of Vietnam government. During the years here, Ngô Đình Diệm has built many military works such as heliports, escape tunnels, and workplaces for soldiers. From the outside, the station has a unique architectural style, 3 peaks symbolizing Lang Biang Mountain, the highest peak in the region. In front of Đà Lạt station, each roof contains multicolored glass window, and there is a large clock face that records the time when Dr. Uyen discovered Đà Lạt. Construction of the Đà Lạt Tháp Chàm Railway began in 1908. Due to the difficulty of the mountainous terrain, a system of rack railroad and locomotive was needed to pull trains uphill and slow down the train when going downhill. This was a very distinctive feature of Đà Lạt Railway because at that time in the world, there were only 2 countries with serrated rail tracks, which were Vietnam and Switzerland. The railway tracks of 84 kilometers finally reached Đà Lạt in 1932, 24 years after the construction had begun. Construction of Đà Lạt station began in 1935 by the French and was completed 3 years later in 1938. After the French left Vietnam, the train from Đà Lạt to Tháp Chàm still maintained. By the time of the U.S. occupation, this railway was mainly used to transport equipment for the war, so it was cut off by the Liberation Communist Army and the station stopped operating in 1972. Then in 1975, the railway was dismantled to provide materials for the repair of the main line, which was the North-South Railway. After liberation in the 1990s, a 7-kilometer section of the line between Đà Lạt railway station and the nearby village of Dry Mát was restored and used as a tourist attraction. The Domaine de Marie Church, also called My An Church or Cherry Church, consists of a church building, 2 rows of monasteries. Behind is the residence of the Women of Charity of St. Vincent, and more than 70 orphans were adopted here. The total area of the church is over 1 hectare. A general overview of the architecture of the church has many innovations compared to the classical church in the West. It is still a cross, but the proportion is more liberal. The width of the church is 11 meters and the length is 33 meters. In front of the church, there are two tiled steps going to the main door and then entering the church. The main chapel was designed as a symmetrical triangular top of a tiled roof with a cross. In the middle of the vertical plane, near the top of the roof, there is a circular window. This often appears in the churches of the Franks in the late 17th century. The roof is designed like the nhà rông house of the Tây Nguyên ethnic roof. It has a large slope which is covered with red tiles made in Vietnam. Lang Biang Mountain is famous for its spectacular nature, as well as its marvelous view of the whole wide area of Đà Lạt city, the forest, the rivers, and the houses of tribal people. Legend says that the name Lang Biang was from the name of a couple who were deeply in love with each other, the boy named Kalan and the girl named Ho Bian. However, they weren't allowed to get married due to the long-standing feud between their tribes. There are two versions of this story. One said that at the end, they got married and then moved on to a mountain to live together. Unfortunately, when Ho Bian caught an illness, Kalang had to come back to the tribe to ask for help. The people here shot him with a poisoned arrow. However, it was Ho Bian to be shot instead of her husband. Kalang couldn't suffer such loss. He cried and his team made up a big stream which is now called Dang Kia, or the Golden Stream. The second version said that the couple committed suicide together since they couldn't get married. After the death of Kalan and Ho Bian, the father of Ho Bian realized that what he did before was wrong. So he unified the tribes into one and called Cơ Ho Group, and he allowed boys and girls in Cơ Ho Group to get married to each other. The graves then grew into the two giant mountains, and in order to memorize the couple with profound love, the mountain range was renamed into what we call today Lang Biang. In the evening, we went downhill and then had a dinner made by Cơ Ho ethnic people. Then we had a great time there to learn about their traditions, their cultures, by the performances. It was a very memorable experience for me. We ate a lot, we danced a lot, we sang a lot. It was completely crazy that night. For the very last word, I want to say thanks to our tour guide, Mr. Tan. He was a very good tour guide, a brother, and also a friend in this trip. Not only giving us information, he also shared a lot about his stories of life and also gave us lots of advices for the future. And to our driver, Mr. Tung, he was a very nice and very careful. Thanks to him, we can go and come back safely like this. And to our tour operator, Mr. Hiển, without him, the tour cannot run smoothly like this. He was the person who booked the hotel, the food, and like everything for us. And last but not least, I want to say thanks to our teacher, Mrs. Tu. This is our first time met her, but she was really nice, really young, and also she took care of us really well. So I guess we have to say goodbye now. Again, thank you for watching until the end of this video, and I hope you enjoy it so far. And if you like it, you can leave a comment below so that I can know what you think about this video. So bye!